All right, so this video is for at home, the 3.3 at home part, which is 32 to 76 by 4s. 32 is just like the last part of the first part. Right now, we're supposed to test next Monday and Tuesday before Thanksgiving break, but this might change. We may only test on Tuesday the 24th. I'm not sure yet. I will let you know as soon as I know. So I put these properties down here that were also in the first video because we're going to use these properties to help solve these questions. So if you look up here, they tell us that what log base 2 is as a decimal, what log base b of 3 is, and what log base b of 5 is. So we want to get all of these in terms of these numbers. So we need to know 0.04 is the same as 4/100ths. And so we can simplify 4/100ths to 1/25th. And then 25, to save space, breaks down to 5 times 5 in the denominator. So this is going to equal log base b of 1 minus log base b of 5 minus log base b of 5. Okay, so then we're supposed to know that log base anything of 1 is 0. Log base b of 5 up here says that's 0.8271. And log base b of 5 is the same thing, so that's minus another 0.8271. So we add those two together. Let's see, 1 and 1 is 2, 7 and 7 is 14, 2 and 2 is 4, carry 1 is 5, and 8 and 8 is 16. And you line up the decimals, and they're both negative, so it'd be negative 1.6542 is the answer. So that's how you do 35. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. So the first thing we're going to do is expand this by taking this rule of exponents and moving the exponent to the front. So this would be negative 2 log base b of 2b. And then since these two b's are being multiplied, when they're multiplied, I can write them as addition. So this is going to be negative 2. And I got to put parentheses here because it's both of these. So it's log base b of 2 plus, because it's multiplied, log base b of b. So there's a power of 1 there, though we don't have to write it. So this is going to equal this negative 2. And then log base b of 2 is up here, which is 0.3562. 0.3562. And log base b of b is the exponent, which is 1. So then we're supposed to add these two together, which is negative 2 times 1.3562. And then we distribute negative 2, so this would equal negative. Let's see, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12, carry 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus the carried 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 is 7. And 2 times 1 is 2. And we got 4 decimals, so we count over 4 decimals. And this would be the answer for that one. These take a little time, but they're not crazy hard. I'm going to erase this for more space. So all these are multiplied together, so I need to do the multiplication rule up here. So it's log base 4 of 11. And then this is going to be plus log base b of, oh, my bad. We're doing this right here. We're just expanding. I didn't realize. We're just writing this expanded form. So it's log base b of b squared, and then plus log base b of c. So we could put that 2 in front, but what we should know is that since these match up, this is just 2. So I would take this value, which is just 2, and probably put it first, and then write these out. And this is expanded form. So that's expanded form. Now, I probably wouldn't count it wrong if you just moved that 2 to the front and had all those written down. But you do need to know log base b of b is 1. That's from last week's rules. Now here, the first thing you want to do here is rewrite this radical, which I showed you on the notes from the at-home notes. And this whole thing in here is to a power of 1. So this becomes the numerator and that 3 is the denominator, so we're like this. Then the next step is we want to take that 1/3 and put it in front of the natural log, because this says you move a power to the front of a log. And then we're going to expand this out. So these are multiplied on top, so these are plus, and this x squared is on the bottom, so that's going to be a minus. So that's going to be a 1/3, and it's times this whole thing. So you're going to have the natural log of x plus the natural log of z. Those are positive because they're on top. And then minus the natural log of x squared. And then the last thing we're going to do is take this 2, and I'm going to just cheat and move this 2 to the front instead of writing everything down again. I get to move a power to the front. And then we would probably want to distribute that 1/3. We don't have to, this is fine, but we could distribute that 1/3 to in front of everything. So I don't know how the back of the book would have this, but this would be an expanded view of that. Okay, then we got number 70 over here. So these are doing the opposite of these. We're condensing these. So first thing you do with problems like this is you move the powers, the numbers in front to power. So we're going from this side back to that side. So this is going to be log base 3 of x cubed plus log base 3 of y to the 1/4, and then minus log base 3 of z to the 4th. So now we got a plus and a minus, so we're going to use this top one up here. Because they're pluses, we're only going to have one log base. When you condense, you can only have one log base, and since we're adding these two go on top, and then there's a minus for this last one, so it's going to go on the bottom. So we're going to have a log base 3, and then on the top, we're going to have this x cubed and this y to the 1/4, because those are both pluses. And then since that's a minus, it goes to the bottom as z to the 4th down here, and that would be that one condensed. Here we got a couple options, but we're going to work from the inside out. So again, because there's a 3 in front, I move that. Let's see, did I copy that down wrong? I did. This is not here. Sorry, this should not be here. I screwed that up. That should just be 3 natural log of x minus natural log of x plus 1. And then this one over here is just x minus 1. So I got to the wrong line. I started doing 73 on part of it. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So this is going to be x to the 3rd because we moved that power up. This one doesn't have a power, so I'm just going to leave it the same. And then this one doesn't have a power, so I'm going to leave it the same. Okay. And now since these are plus, we get to multiply those two. So we're going to have natural log of x cubed times x plus 1. Okay, and I should make this natural log bigger. And then since this is a minus, that x minus 1 is going to go to the bottom. And then we get to move this 2 to the front, to the top of all these powers. So this is going to be natural log, and we got x cubed times x plus 1. And down here we got x minus 1, and then we bring that square up there. And then the last step on this one is we would probably want to square everything inside there. So I think the best answer would probably be power to power is multiply, so that's x to the 6, and then we got x plus 1 squared, and on the bottom we got x minus 1 squared. So that's probably the best condensed answer. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.